Hey everyone, welcome to my vlog channel. Before I get into this video, please do me a favor. Give this video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, hit that notification bell for all so you are notified every time I upload a new video. Now that's out of the way, let's get into it. Hey everyone. The title of this video is What is Up with Walmart? And I legitimately mean exactly what that title says. What is up with Walmart? Now, I am sure most of you have seen a TikTok video or maybe a short video on Instagram, perhaps a YouTube short, maybe even a Facebook reel, or watched a video on Facebook where people are being detained by Walmart workers or being hounded as far as their receipts, being stopped on the way out of a Walmart store. And I find this particular topic to be a bit of a gray area, because there's a lot of things with this video that we don't know. We're only seeing maybe 30 seconds to 3 minutes of a video clip, but we're not knowing what led up to that. And I mean, it could be a couple of different scenarios. Do I honestly think most of these people are actually stealing? No, I don't. I think sometimes that the employees just might be overzealous. But even so, there's enough of these videos popping up on social media to really make one wonder what exactly is going on with Walmart. I mean, I remember years ago in stores there would be what people that used to be called loss prevention. And basically they were, I guess, some type of security dressed like me and you and everyone else, doing a little bit of shopping, and that's how they would catch shoplifters. So it seems either they are no longer a thing, and so stores are resorting to having their employees do this, or they're still very much doing it, but is it really the employees that, are doing this to catch shoplifters, or is it the store doing it to maybe catch cashiers not doing their job? And the reason I say this is because 3 videos in the past 2 weeks I have seen. Each person that was stopped and started recording for themselves was coming out of a checkout, not self-scan. And I found that to be rather interesting, because I would think any place you're going to get stopped would be self-scan. Mostly because you're basically doing the job of a cashier and bagging yourself. But hold up a minute. I'm going to tell you something about a Walmart that I shop at in Conway, South Carolina. And I definitely think that this Walmart has their self-scan area locked down pretty good. They have caught people trying to walk out with things they didn't pay for, but they begged. And because they have caught a person I know several times doing this, I definitely got to give this Walmart a big thumbs up, because their self-scan, they got it. They got it taken care of. First off, in this particular Walmart, when you go to this particular self-scan area, as you're waiting in line to go to a register, you will see a large computer screen that has every single one of those self-scan registers visible. Now, oddly enough, the person manning that computer screen has a bird's, I want to say, an above view of you while you're scanning, meaning they can see everything that you're scanning, that you're bagging, if you reach into your purse to get out your wallet, what card you use, everything. And that isn't a problem. I never really realized that there's cameras somewhere up above, but noticing the view that they have with each of the registers, yeah, the cameras are somewhere either up on a pole, maybe even in the ceiling, I don't know, but they are somewhere above. So they have a good view. Now, to be fair, there is still people who are waiting as you come out of the self-scan area. They're there too if you have an issue with scanning something, something doesn't ring up properly, doesn't want to scan, they're there to assist you as well. But don't let them fool you. They are also there keeping an eye on folks when they're scanning. And let's be honest, you really can't blame them because there's a lot of damn thieves out there, you know? So you really cannot blame them. But at this local Walmart in Conway, they aren't the people that stop to check your receipts. And neither do the greeters at the door stop to check your receipts. At least not when I've ever been in the store. Now, in these videos I have seen on TikTok, and I believe I've seen one on Facebook, but originally was from TikTok as well. There's different scenarios. There is a gentleman who got a couple of bottles, I believe, of antifreeze and something else, and went to a cashier and paid for them. And another clerk or a greeter, not really sure which, literally gets in front of his cart and doesn't allow him to go out the door. So the guy says to him, "Oh, do you want to see my receipt?" And the guy refuses to even look at the man's receipt. So I don't know what was going on in that particular situation there. But needless to say, it didn't really seem like the Walmart employee had enough information or reason to detain said person. He's not a security guard. He is not any type of police officer. So therefore, I don't really think it was his job, his place, to detain someone. So that video, I definitely thought that guy was just looking for brownie points or maybe extra money on his pay. Lots of luck, dude. You might be famous, but not for anything good, and you're probably out of a job by now. Another video I seen, a little more disturbing. It's a black couple, and they have a cart full of groceries. It's Friday night, and like most families, they probably went shopping with their paychecks, and they're waiting to get out of their checkout. And it shows not one but two different clerks. Not the clerk that rang them up, mind you, but a lady in a blue vest is being questioned by a lady in a yellow vest, and they're going over their receipt. And this lady, the black lady in question, starts recording this video and said, "This is absolute bullshit." And she said, they're trying to say I didn't pay for a $2.33 bag of damn potato chips, she said, and we just spent over $200 in this damn store. And she's recording, and her husband's like, "Calm down." And she's like, "No, I'm tired, and this is bullshit," she said. "This is just bullshit." She says, "White people went ahead of us with carts full of food too. Nobody stopped them. But we're black," she said, "and they automatically stopped us." Now, I really couldn't tell in the woman's video clip what part of the store they had her at. They didn't get her, like, right as she was leaving the cashier that rang her and her husband up. It seemed that they were apparently going to leave the store, and I guess a greeter, who for some reason was wearing yellow vest, I noticed at the Walmart in Conway here, they were blue, got the help of another Walmart employee, and they're trying to track down the price of these damn chips. Why? Fascinated on the potato chips, I don't know. Well, this lady in the yellow vest, I mean, told the woman and her husband they had to go over to customer service, to which the woman said, why? Why the hell do we have to go to customer service? And she's like, this is bullshit. This is ridiculous. So she's still recording. She goes over to customer service, and I guess the cashier that rang their order up was by customer service. And the lady says to the woman in the yellow vest, that's the clerk that rang up our order. So this woman in the yellow vest bothers the cashier while she's bringing up another person's order, asking her if she rang up their potato chips, because she can't find it on the stupid receipt. And the clerk has to stop what she is doing for another customer to turn around and look at a dumb receipt stuck in her face, only to point to something on the register receipt and say, yeah, that's how they ring up. They don't ring up by that brand. And turn around and go back to her business. So the lady in the yellow vest gives the couple back their receipt and says, you can go. Or something to that effect. It sounded like she said, you can go. No apology. And the lady says, wouldn't have happened, she said, if we weren't black. It's a bullshit. And they're going out the door. Now that particular video got me thinking, okay, several things here. Number one, could it have been, something to do with their race? I mean, the lady herself says, two other people, white, with carts full of stuff, go ahead of her. But then when her and her husband are attempting to walk through the store and leave, they get stopped. Now, speaking for the store in Conway, I have never been stopped, but I was almost stopped. Here's what happened several months ago. I was still working, I was cleaning. And that particular Friday, my paycheck didn't post on my card until like after 9 o'clock at night. And I was tired. I had already taken a shower. I was in my jammies. And my friend says, hey, her money posted too. She says, I have to run to Walmart. Do you want to go? I know you need to go to the store earlier. I said, yeah, let me throw a sweater on. Because I didn't have a bra on. So I have a t-shirt on. I have a pair of pajama pants that have little pockets. Okay? My sweater has no pockets. I didn't bring a purse with me. I didn't bring a wallet with me. All I brought with me was my cell phone, a pack of cigarettes, and my debit card, which was in my pajama pocket, which is about this deep, this big. So I knew what I was getting in Walmart that night. I went, got everything I did. I'm in line at the checkout. I had the clerk scan the dog food and also reach down and scan a case of water because I had been cleaning all day. My back was sore and I was tired. I was not about to bend, not for no damn dog food and not for no damn case of water. All the clerk had to do was use their scanner and she was able to ring up both prices right there, which saved me from having to bend because I had cleaned, I think it was like 5 or 6 units that day, done about 14, 15 bathrooms, etc. I was sore, I was tired. So I paid for everything, used my debit card, and I go to leave and go, to my right to go down and out the door that I came into the store, right? Only problem is, at some point, some employees took carts and had them placed like long ways here. There's an opening to get out from, that particular checkout. And then there's carts here. And then across, there is carts down the aisle this way. And people are lined up. And there's approximately 6 to 7 people in line. And guess what? Everybody's carts are pretty full. And there is 2 ladies going over receipts. So I go all the way to the end of the line, and that person has maybe like a half a cart full of stuff. And I go, how long have you been here? And the person said, about a half hour. And I'm like, why are you still standing here? And they said, because I have to go out that way, and you can't get out that way. It's blocked. And I had to go through a checkout because self-scan was closed. Well, that's why I was in checkout, because the self-scan over that way was closed. And I'm like, but if the clerk rang up everything in your cart, why do you got to show the greeter or whoever it is there, because I wasn't sure at that door, why do you have to show them your receipt? I'm like, the clerk rang everything up in your cart. And the person's like, I don't know. They said, but if they don't get moving soon, I'm ready to leave because I'm tired. I worked 12 hours, the guy said, and I want to get the hell home. And I'm like, well, guess what? I'm not playing this shit. I was working too. I went straight past him, kept going to the door that I originally came in. The greeter down there said, have a great evening. I said, thank you, you too. And I walked out the door. I came in. I was not going to stand in line, no 45 minutes, to humor somebody in Walmart. And I was scratching my head thinking, why were they doing this anyway? And I thought, is it really to catch people shoplifting, or is it to keep tabs on their cashiers? Which is, you know, an interesting thing to think about. Because, I mean, in my particular situation, how are they going to accuse me of shoplifting? First off, I have no socks on. I'm in a pair of slippers, okay? Number 2, I have pajama bottoms on with small pockets like this. I have no visible wallet with me, no big handbag, because I love my handbags, no nothing. I don't have a bra on. That's why I'm wearing a sweater. So I didn't stick anything in my bra, nor do I have anywhere to put it, and my sweater has no pockets. So enlighten me again why you need to see my receipt and quote-unquote act like you think I stole something. When I had a total of 7 items in my cart, 2 were big items, the rest were smaller, and I'm pretty damn sure there was nowhere on my person that I'm going to be able to hide anything. So at that moment, I decided, number 1, I am not wasting time. I got to go home and go to bed. I am not going to humor Walmart and stand in line for a half hour, 45 minutes. No, I'm sorry, not doing it. Not late at night, and not when I know damn well there's nothing on me to quote-unquote search or any place to hide anything. I don't feel in that situation I am obligated to acquiesce to their request to see my receipt. And so I left. Now I keep seeing on comments on those different types of Walmart videos, oh, you don't have to, you're not like required legally to, you know, do that, this and that and this. So I want to see, I want to fact check for myself, guys, right here, right now, what the actual real deal is with that particular situation if you are ever stopped in Walmart and somebody wants to see your receipt and you know you didn't steal anything, you legit paid for everything. Let's fact check what people say that you don't have to show your receipt. Alright, now here is what I consider a gray area. There is no law requiring you to show your receipt at Walmart. However, declining to do so may give a Walmart associate probable cause to detain you under shopkeeper's privilege law. In some cases, you may encounter an untrained Walmart employee who may forcibly detain you if you refuse to show your receipt. Now, I never heard of shopkeeper's privilege. And, okay. A merchant may detain a person for a reasonable time for the purpose of conducting an investigation in a reasonable manner, whenever the merchant has probable cause to believe the person is attempting to unlawfully take or has unlawfully taken merchandise from the merchant's premises. Okay, but now here's the question. What would a merchant need to base that on? Say a Walmart employee is watching you basically check out, and the cashier rang up everything that you had in your cart and you paid for it, whether you pulled cash out of a pocket or a debit card out of a pocket, whatever, but your cart's empty. They're ringing everything up and everything was bagged. You don't have a handbag with you, you don't have a backpack, you don't have anything that you would be able to, quote unquote, hide stolen items. So what would be the reason then that an employee would detain you and demand your receipt? See, it's those types of situations that I would love if someone, knows anybody that works for Walmart or has a family member or did work for Walmart. So if anybody could give me an answer to those kind of questions, because I have seen people get stopped. And I mean, these people have like no bags with them, like no backpack, no purse, maybe a wristlet. Well, you have a cart full of food, and you just stood there for the past 22 minutes watching this person get cashed out, pay for their food. Why do you need to go over every single thing in that cart? That to me seems like you're keeping tabs on your cashier more than that you're thinking the person is stealing something, because where's the person going to steal something? Well, where the hell are they going to put it? So this premise of shopkeeper's privilege basically is when a loss prevention person or someone believes, for whatever reason, that you may have taken something, they then can be compelled to act, to ask for your receipt and make sure that everything in your cart or bags is in fact on a receipt. Now, what confuses me is these videos usually are people going through regular cashier checkouts, not self-scan. And yet people say that they have to show a receipt when they leave self-scan. Well, I've used self-scan for years in Pennsylvania, and I use it down here, down south. And I have never been asked to show a receipt in self-scan. Now, sometimes I will buy a big bag of dog food, and I know they watch me scan it, and I know they watch me pay for it, and I'll wave the receipt at the greeter. That I don't have a problem with. And if I only had a few items in a cart, I wouldn't have a problem with that either. The problem I have with this gray area is this. If you're in a regular aisle and a cashier is ringing everything up, including what's under your cart, a big item, say dog food, cat food, whatever, and there's enough people around watching, they know that you paid for everything. There is nothing, that cashier did not bag up. Everything is bagged. You paid for it. You have your receipt. So what would the shopkeeper's privilege be then? To stop you from leaving the store saying they need to see your receipt. Well, what did you actually do wrong? You're in the checkout aisle. And unless somebody behind you seen you take something out of the cart and stick it in your purse or your bra or a jacket, what would you have been stealing in the aisle? Especially with somebody behind you. I mean, I fail to see the logic with the shopkeeper's privilege in that type of situation. And I think that might apply more to self-checkout. But any of these videos I have seen, they are always people going through a cashier. So, guys, I am curious. I really would like your thoughts on this. I mean, I don't believe in making a mountain out of a molehill. And as I said, if I ran into Walmart and got a 40-pound bag of dog food, and that's all I got, and that's all I scanned, and that's all I paid for, I wouldn't have a problem showing a receipt. If I had a couple of items, I wouldn't have a problem showing a receipt. But now I do have a problem showing a receipt. If I got a grocery order for 2 weeks, and I have maybe 40, 50 items in that cart, bagged up, and I might have had to stand in that aisle maybe 15, 20 minutes till other people got rang up ahead of me, then I do have a problem, because I know I paid for everything. I know the cashier rang everything up, because I am one of those people who will have them, if I have soda on the bottom of a cart underneath, scan them first and say like a bag of dog food or a big bag of cat food, whatever, and get those big items out of the way. They will always appear at the top of my receipt, thank you. So, you know, I am not going to be so agreeable, because if you're watching me waiting while a person is ringing up my stuff, well then, what did I steal? And if you have suspicion that I stole something, then that didn't occur in the checkout aisle. That occurred somewhere in the store. And if you have cameras all over the store, why wouldn't I have been detained before I got to said checkout? So see, this is a gray area, because from what I am gathering, Walmart employees don't have the right to physically detain you. If you honestly didn't steal anything, I would see no reason why, quote unquote, you should be detained just because, I don't know, someone decided to, you know, check your receipt and you don't have the time to get them to stand there and do it. I mean, because think about it. If they take you to wherever they take you, and if they go through everything in your bags and everything shows on your receipt that it was paid for, well, then now they're in a bit of muddy water here, because you could very easily turn around and probably take some kind of legal action over that. So my way of thinking is I don't understand, why would you single out a person in a checkout aisle that you have to see their receipt? If you thought that they were shoplifting, and or if you were told that that person was shoplifting, why weren't they detained prior to going to that checkout aisle? I don't know, guys. I have so many comments about this and so many questions about this and things like, I am really curious what your thoughts are. Were you ever wrongfully detained for something like this? Um, I mean, like I said, I don't have an issue with it. I'm not a thief, but there's a difference between going through a self-checkout and having maybe a 10, 15 items versus going for 2 weeks worth of food and having spent maybe $175, $200, and somebody wanted to waste your damn time going over everything when all you were doing was standing there while they're ringing it up. I mean, I don't understand the logic with that. And, you know, if anybody out here can give me some input on this, I would honestly appreciate it, because the videos I am seeing don't involve self-scam. And like I said, the night that I got a couple of things, and 2 of the items happened to be big items, a big bag of dog food and a case of water. The rest were smaller items. I think I had maybe like 10 items. But the fact that the employees had shrunken the aisle, the corridor, to get to the door to leave by putting carts there and making it so that you basically were forced to go in the back of this line, and 2 women were going over receipts. I was like, what the hell is this about? And none of the people had a big ticket item, like a TV, for example. No, it looked like food. Or, you know, small items mixed with groceries. Like, nobody, when I looked, had anything, quote-unquote, suspicious, you know, in their carts. And when I asked that person how long they were waiting, they said a half hour. I said, oh, hell no. I am not doing this shit. I got to get to bed. I have to get up for work in a few hours. Nope, not playing this shit. And I turned around, went the opposite way. And I don't care who did or didn't damn well like it. I didn't steal anything. And the idea that I would have essentially been forced to go at the back of this line is just like, for what purpose, I don't know. But I didn't like that. I didn't like that one bit. Now, I've never seen Walmart do that again. But that always stuck in my mind as what the purpose of that would have been. I really have no damn idea. So, I don't know, guys. I mean, let me know. What are your thoughts on this? Would you honestly wait a half hour to show somebody your receipt and have them go through all your bags? Because I'm sorry. No, I refuse to do that. I have a few items. Fine. No problem. And I certainly refuse to do it when I have gone through a checkout. It's a lot different with self-scan. But if I'm standing in the checkout aisle for 15 minutes while my items are being rung up and bagged, I will be damned if I am going to spend more of my time for somebody else to go through everything. Because to me, that's one of 2 things. Either you don't trust your cashier, which isn't my problem, or you're not trusting anyone. And if you didn't trust me from the start, and you were watching me shopping in the store, then you should have detained me when I was in the store and not allowed me to get to the checkout. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Let me know. And hey, like I said, if you have worked at Walmart or do work at Walmart, have a family member who does, and can provide some feedback and, you know, answers to some of these questions, please let us know in the comments section. Because I am super, super curious. I don't know anyone offhand that works in Walmart anymore, so, you know, unfortunately, I can ask a friend of mine back in PA. He actually was only doing security at the doors during the pandemic, when they were only allowing so many shoppers in at a time. Unfortunately, he wasn't an actual Walmart employee. He worked at Walmart as security for that. So hey, let me know, guys, your thoughts. your experiences. Take care, and I'll be seeing you all real soon with most likely my video, which a topic was suggested by one of my subs here on my vlog channel about the pros and cons of moving from north to south. I'm actually going to start working on that very soon, and hopefully we'll have that ready for you guys this weekend. Take care. I'll see y'all on my next one. Bye.